paper magic will survive like the heat death of the universe, and will...
Oh, it's a smuggler's copter. Would you like to crew this? And then it crashes because they don't understand arithmetic.
All your cards belong to me.
2 minutes into macing him in the eyeballs, I switched to pepper spray. He's like, it's downright refreshing. And went back to the mace.
Magic is dying. I'm done. Selling everything.
I might be a hoarder. And yes,
I don't have the crayons or glue to explain this to you right now.
What, are you gonna die twice?
Oil will be worthless before magic cards will.
well, okay, Dr. Man.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor Jason.
Welcome, everyone. It is Brainstorm Brewery. As we record this, it is December 29th, 2025, and that means this is the last episode of the year. Cass repping the BSB hoodie there, and those are vintage, classic, because I don't think the company that we got those from is a company, right? I honestly don't know. But the hoodie's sweet, so there you go. Exactly. Check that out. The YouTube viewers got a nice treat to start the show there. But welcome in. We're going to talk about Magic in 2025. We're going to talk about what 2026 might look like. Maybe a little Lorwyn, maybe a little standard. But we're going to start here. The YouTube algorithmed for me last night, and what popped up on the screen for me was, it came to mind because we were talking about people in Magic who enjoy other games, a video titled, I played in the USA's hardest Catan tournament. And apparently, these are things I learned from watching this video of this person going to play in a real-life Catan tournament. They have tournament rules for Catan. I also witnessed a judge call in which a player was rules lawyered out of their turn because they announced their play, but they didn't pick their pieces up before their drop dead timer ended. And they called a judge, and they did not get their turn. So that was interesting. I then find out that there is a not official Catan thing online you can play, like a spell table or whatever version of Catan with a ranking system. And this player making the video, who's got a very successful, looks like, Catan channel, is the number one ranked player on this place. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go check this out. That's fun, whatever. I just kind of like, vibing with the holidays and the break and the spirits and so on. And I go check it out. And it turns out the other three people in the first game I get into are also there because the YouTube algorithm sent them the same video. Which is to say, I found out that you can get rules lawyered out of a turn in Catan. I then also found out that my play group had been playing a rather important rule wrong for the entirety of, the 20 years I've played Catan. Which isn't to say a lot in the last 10 or 15 years because it's kind of a mid-game, but it's a lot better now that I learned the right rules about roads, I'll tell you that. And I just felt like one of those people who thinks you have to tap your creature to block, you know?
Let me tell you, playing Catan with chess timers would be like swimming in a pool of pure fucking ecstasy.
I heard these people counting them down. They're like 10, 9, 8, and this player's trying to get a trade in right at the end, and they have 3 seconds left. The girl goes, I just can't do that trade. And the player goes, okay, I'll just do my turn then. And they're like, 0, that's it. And he's like, oh, well, I'm just going to do the thing I just said I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to set my, and they're like, nope, we can call a judge. They call the judge. Judge comes over and just says, drop dead timer means pass the dice. And I'm like, wow. I feel like they need additional clarification between announcing, like, what if you've picked your pieces up but not set them, like, what is the, I feel like there actually, if that's how you're going to adjudicate that, there actually needs to be way more
there probably
specificity with the rule book there. Yeah, I mean, it's a real Seth Manfield situation, you know? Like, it really...
We can't start that. We can't start that phrase.
He can't be a verb already, Corbin.
Just an adjective, DJ.
Seth Manfielding is winning worlds twice, okay? To be clear.
Thank you. I used it as an adjective in that situation. So anyway, that's what I've been up to over the holidays. We hope you're having great holidays. And I believe our patrons got to listen to our special holiday episode over the break where we watched Rare Exports, a Finnish movie. Yeah. It was lit.
It was pretty fine, honestly, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I love when the title becomes clear at the end. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
True. Yes.
No spoilers, but the ending actually is pretty nice.
No spoilers, but the other thing I watched over the break was Heated Rivalry, a little bit of that show. Have you all heard about this?
I've heard Heated Rivalry described as if you had a sports bara anime, but it was live action. Bara meaning a gay romance between two incredibly buff men.
Oh, okay, yes, that basically describes it.
Yeah.
The NHL is, so the teams in the show are fictional, right? But it's Boston and Montreal.
Sure.
And the number 1 and number 2 overall picks have a heated rivalry where they're always pitted against each other, but also, they're doing the thing. So, like, that's the premise of the show. In the NHL, when they had the two teams playing, is memeing off of this to an insane degree. And I think they should really just go all the way and actually just give licensing to the show. Let it be.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the Boston whatevers and the whatever. Let it be the Boston Bruins. Lean into it. That's all I'm saying. Like, everything's Fortnite anyway. Let's go.
Everything's Fortnite anyway. Let's go is a great episode title. Speaking of not Fortnite content, I saw the film of the year between our last episode and this one. I saw Marty Supreme.
Oh, I've heard
the guy
of
next to me in the movie theater was clearly hyperventilating. He was so stressed during the movie. Pure cinema. Pure cinema. It's another Safdie Brothers film with a soundtrack by, I believe his name is pronounced Daniel Lopatin.
You say
Or Church by
another.
Never.
What was the other?
They're famous for, well, Josh Safdie's the brother who made this one. Uncut Gems and Good Time are the other
Oh,
flicks
okay.
that they're known for.
I've heard of Uncut Gems.
So both very stressful movies about a bad person. And so is this one. Marty Supreme. Go see it.
All right. Well, there you go. That's what we've been up to over the holidays. We don't know what you've been up to, but we hope it has been good, and we're glad you're choosing to spend a bit of your New Year's-ish time with us. We're going to use this episode to look back a little bit at Magic in 2025. So, big thoughts, TM. Things we know about Magic in 2025. It was the most successful year for Magic ever, they've said. Final Fantasy was the best-selling set ever, they said. Play metrics were up across the board, they said. Standard is the worst it's been in a decade, everyone else said. I don't really know what to make of everything. Here at the end of the year, we've seen a lot of prices on cards, on Magic cards, just staples, start to go up. I'm not just talking about, like, say, Stranger Thing cards spiking with Season 5. By the way, Fallout's probably going to spike since Season 2 is on right now. Just saying that there's that, but also just sort of your, I'm not going to say chromatic lanterns, but the chromatic lanterns of the EDH format, just those, like, $2 to $5 staples, actually seen a little bit of growth. Like, actually seems just like people are pretty bullish on sort of the financial end of Magic, if not necessarily the standard end.
There are so
Nothing
many
ever happens.
AI written what do you think about this card on the MTG Finance subreddit right now?
Yeah, I'm not convinced that people who make Magic TikToks are ensouled. Like, I think there are a number of people who are making Magic TikToks who are just fully AI.
Insold.
It's a video being like, hey guys, I'm here talking about my new favorite commander card, Cabal Ritual. It makes 3 mana or 5 mana if you have Threshold. Put it in your commander deck, play your commander a turn or 2 early. And, like, that's the whole video. And there's thousands of these. And don't get me wrong, there are people out there making totally, perfectly cromulent Magic TikTok content. But, like,
Slop was the year of the word of the year 2025.
It's true.
for me, Magic in 2025 was nothing changing. Nothing happening and nothing changing. Because I feel like...
I think Final Fantasy happened. That was the only thing that happened.
Yeah, and I feel like everything with Final Fantasy was undone by the next two sets.
I don't.
I disagree.
Like, I feel like we are at a similar baseline of community sentiment as we were before Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but there's more community now.
Agreed. That is the thing that has changed. But in terms of, like no one... Anyone who's going to quit Magic over Universes Beyond already has, or is in the process of doing so. And so, like, we're just at this baseline now.
Yeah. Well, for me, yes, you're right. This was kind of the year where those people are gone almost by this point, right? I will say just a little personal peeve here. every article writer now, and I don't know if they're doing it just to head off criticism or just because they're doing that thing where they haven't quit, but they have to remind you that they don't like it, is I have to read some form of, well, I wish Universes Beyond wasn't the best-selling set of the year. Well, I wish Universes Beyond wasn't the best limited set of the year. Well, I wish Universes Beyond wasn't the best Commander set of the year. And it's just like, can we stop this? Like, it is what it is at this point. We have to move on at some point.
Kicking and screaming.
Quit or don't.
I'm really sorry that the thing you love is a product, and it sucks for you. Yeah. But like, unfortunately, many of us love products.
That is the most concise way to put that. I love it.
One of the biggest things that has shifted this year is going into 2025. If you had asked me whether I'd rather have my money put in Pokemon or Magic, I would have said Pokemon for certain. And obviously the Pokemon market couldn't stay as hot as it was forever. The prismatic evolution stuff was just unsustainable. But Magic has proven that its strength year over year, decade over decade, is that it kind of is steady. Like, the era of Magic dying and failing, we've kind of gotten past that. They've cracked the code on how to make Magic profitable, how to make Magic sustainable and growing. And it turns out a lot of it was that no one actually cared about... No one's a strong term. Not enough people cared about the Magic universe, the Magic lore. It was really hard to grow a game strictly off of it being the greatest game of all time because most people don't care that your game is great.
Yeah.
People love Uno. People love Catan. And like, those games are imperfect.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Those games are imperfect, but like, people love them.
That's Commander.
Yeah, Commander is an imperfect game that people adore, and you grow Magic by getting the people who don't care that your game is pristine. It's part of why Flesh and Blood is struggling. Flesh and Blood is like a very technical,
that's right,
strict, icy game, and it's not particularly fun or inviting, except for people who love that stuff. And Magic's strength has always been it's a great game, with a great team, with a bunch of great minds behind it, and now they actually have a way to make people care about it beyond the game itself.
There's a reason, I think this might be my most controversial take on the podcast ever. There's a reason they keep making Tekken and Mortal Kombat and not Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
I don't know. That you just completely missed me. Is Soul Calibur considered a superior fighting game?
I would argue that it is a superior fighting game because you have more than one axis to fight on. It's a 3D fighter. I've had so many like Mortal Kombat fans be like, hang on, I'll move over to the Y-axis. Then you're fucked. What are you gonna do? Nothing. You can't. You have to go in a straight line. I'm playing 3D chess, literally.
Oh my!
It's also crazy. Like, if you open up characters' move selections in like the training mode in Soul Calibur, multiple characters have 10+ button input combos. Like, it's so crunchy and technical, and it's only for perverts. The game is only for perverts.
Yes, that's right.
Yep, it's me. I'm perverts.
It's so
Calamity Symphony all the way, baby.
I want to dunk on
Xbox Live, Kinect, hear the other person's living room, full, like, just, oh yeah.
I want to dunk on this,
but yeah. Wait, what'd you say, Corbin?
I want to dunk on this, but I spend hundreds of hours a year on fantasy football spreadsheets, so I can't.
Yeah. It's cool to care about something. It's awesome to mean it.
There you go. I like that. You know, honestly, Magic's better with that ethos in general, right? Because so much of, and we've been through a couple periods of this where the main way people online interacted with Magic was to be negative about something. And I'm not even necessarily in a mean-spirited way, but like we had that year or two where it was this long exodus of people, pro players, sort of saying, you know, I recognize where the game is going and it's not for me. And it was just sort of negative all the time for people who were still enjoying Magic, right? Because it affected this group of vocal people whose experience was not the average player's experience. And so it kind of separated like what was happening on the ground level from like sort of the online sentiment. And in some ways, that's sort of what happens when Standard is terrible these days, is that it just dominates the conversation, even if most people are actually playing Commander and having a great time.
Yeah, like, you hate Magic now because of Universes Beyond. Me, I'm different. I hate Magic now because my opponent played Termite Amulet of Vigor. We are not the same.
I'm very, very bullish on Magic in general. Like, I can think of maybe like two or maybe 2 events I vended this year that were duds. Even the ones that I thought were going to be really bad ended up being fine. I don't know the exact count on hand. I did maybe 20 events, like somewhere between 17 and 20, I think. Maybe 15, I don't know. But like the point is I see RK post more than my mom, and like
Yeah.
all of those events were pretty good except for like 2, and that's a higher percentage than it's ever been. Normally it's like, oh, we have like a coin flip, we take the goods with the bads, or like it's like a 60-40 rate, but you spin it and it's fine, like the good ones are worth it.
So when you say good, DJ, like what help listeners understand what that means? Does
Profitable.
that from the vendor? Does that mean you bought more or you sold more or you
Both.
just
I think shows used to be all about buying cards, and more now than ever they're about both buying and selling cards, because there are so many weird widgets that don't sell as well online but sell way better in person. Like I guess 2022, 2021, pre that, you went to show you worked shows to buy cards and then sell them online to Magic players who bought them for standard and FNM and modern and blah 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 blah. And now more than ever, there's so many just super weird, expensive widgets that people want to go and see in person that spark joy. Your $100 Parallel Lives that has a cat on it, like that person is not scrolling through the copies of Parallel Lives like on TCG Play. Like there's just so many cards like that, and that boosts the profitability of shows on the sales end. You have so many more lucrative customers who are either like one of 2 archetype of player. They're either like, hey, I opened this Fallout Mana Vault, here it is, my LGS won't take it, I want to go on a shopping spree. Or you have the person who's on the other end of that, of like, that's a Fallout Mana Vault in your case, I've never seen one before, here's my binder, please make it happen. And when your job is the middleman, that's very good when both of those things are happening.
I think that part of what you're alluding to there, and I know you're talking about more shows than just Magic Cons, right? But
I mean, Magic Cons are like the big one. I am a little frustrated that there's only 2 in the US next year. Yeah. Really would prefer there be like 3, just like there was this year, like Atlanta, Chicago, and Vegas. Like, not sure why there was no Chicago next year, but I assume it's something logistics, whatever. Like, a little miffed from the vendor side about the whole limited world championship thing. Like, that's obviously a non-factor to me. But yeah, like Magic Cons are the big ones, but we're also seeing Magic moving into more Collecticons. We're seeing Magic like more CEDH events pop up over the next couple years.
I'm just saying, more people playing limited does equal to more cards in the market for you. But what I was getting at that's
such a drop in the bucket. Like that's
I know.
such
I know. Sorry. I just want to. What I was saying though is with the Magic Cons, I think one of the big differences there is that it's the paywall to get in. People are not just primed or trained or however you want to put it. They're spending money to be there. They're spending money to spend money. And when that's the dynamic, of course they're going to buy cards. It's so much different than when the whole convention was people who were grinding the main event at the highest EV possible by putting 4 people in a hotel room and borrowing cards, right? Like the crowd is so different at those things because Wizards has cultivated the market you're talking about. And I don't even know if you want to call them collectors. They're players, but they want collectible, cool versions of cards that do cost more money. And it's just cultivating a new audience that was not really served before.
So I think one of the things that neither of you have touched on is Corbin kind of got there a little bit with it, I think, actually. The market cap of Magic has increased so dramatically. If you go to a Grand Prix in 2016 and you're a vendor, the reason the only thing you do is buy cards is because you can only sell so many Scarab Gods. You can only sell so many Heart of Kirans, right?
Yeah.
I think 2016 is the right year for that. Don't correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
Gideon Allies and a card, yeah.
So let me tell you a fun fact. If we assume that the eBay price for last sold is correct on the Pokemon card Pikachu with Gray Felt Hat PSA 10, right?
That's a good one.
Let's assume that the last sale is legitimate, which it seems to be. It's about $1,500, right? Given the current population of PSA 10s, there are $68 million worth of those in the marketplace. $68 million of one card, right? Pokemon has a huge market cap, and so people can go and spend $20, $30, $40, $50,000 because there's just so many more things to buy. Magic didn't used to have that, but now it does. Now it's not. It's like it is a factor of the things that DJ said, where like people want to see their $300 pre-modern foil in person, but also there just didn't used to be anything to buy. It was like, I bought a foil Gilby Farch Druid.
Yeah, back in the day, the coolest expensive thing you could get was a Japanese foil of whatever card it was, and it was so niche and esoteric, it only mattered on the other side of the table. Like, if you're playing at that GP or in that inner circle, it's like, wow, that's very cool. Yep. But, like...
That's why all the money flowed to... And all the money just then flowed to old cards, which, you know, served to gatekeep the game in a way, but also reward people who stuck with us. I don't know how you want to look at that, but... To Cass's point, too, that's just talking PSA 10 Pikachus. It's $500 if you want to go buy a raw version of that Pikachu on TCG Player. And
there's like $100 million.
There's been and there's been 5 sales at that price in the last 3 days.
Yeah. Just looking at like the actual, actually, PSE even has this as a clean statistic. Actually, total auction value of sold copies is 1.263, well, 1.25 million basically.
The ones that have gone to market.
So like 1% of the population is transacted publicly. I don't know if that's a lot or not, but like that's an interesting statistic. And like now Magic has stuff like that. We have, like, I never checked the population report on a Magic card other than like a piece of power before, but now I'm like, oh, what's the PSA 10 population on a traveling chocobo? That's like a real piece of information that we need to have now.
And different print runs having different quality levels.
Right.
Of like, oh, is a 10 from this set rare? How hard is it to grade this set versus this set? If you grade a Chocobo, you have a pretty good odds of getting a 10. If you grade a Soulstone, you have very bad odds of getting a 10. Stuff like that matters now.
I still don't know if I recommend grading Magic cards, but it is a market they're cultivating.
It's a market that's growing. People would like to purchase graded Chocobos. Like,
there's a whole. I mean, we don't get into this much, but the grading market itself is in some turmoil right now as it contracts and monopolizes. So might be good, might be bad, but it is going to be different moving forward.
I personally stay away from graded cards as part of my business model. It's just a whole thing I don't want to deal with. The logistics are more annoying. There's a lot of moving parts to it that I can both understand are profitable and I don't want to deal with. Same reason that I am not a stock trader in Wall Street. Like, I can understand things that are profitable and that I want to stay away from. As a general rule, I would still buy graded cards.
It sounds like you do pretty well as a stock trader on Wall Street. Knowing when to not take a bad bet is half the job.
I got a very old slab recently in a collection. It's a beta copy of Living Lands. The slab is super scratched to hell. It's like the slab itself, not the card, but like the plastic of the slab was in somebody's drawer or backpack or whatever for a while, very marred. And the card got an 8, but it's got like such bad edges. It's brutal. Like the card should not be an 8, but like. Somebody somewhere at a Beckett like put the card through the sonic welding and it ended up an 8, but like card's not an 8, man. And there's a lot of those. Grading as a whole is just wild.
One of my favorite widgets that I own is it's a grading company that went away in like 2004 or something, and it's an Alpha Terror that is graded like I think it's graded a 9 through them, but the card is visibly HP. And like it moves around in the slab. If you like shake the slab, you can ding the edges of the card more.
That's ridiculous. I've sent off one card in my life to be graded. I haven't got it back yet. It was the Mega Kangaskhan EX from whatever set it was.
Banger choice. Best Mega Pokemon. Not close.
It's really cool. It was the one the card shop guys thought had the best shot of getting a high grade. So I sent one in for fun. We'll see. Like $30. It's whatever. I don't really know. I don't know. It'd be cool to have a high grade one, I guess.
One of the things that I think is actually that I think I sort of dislike about graded cards that solves for some things in Magic is I think getting your commander graded is dope.
I do think there could be some of that, especially some of mine. I have like weird versions of the card or whatever. Yep. I have like a normal version behind it in my deck box that I use anyway, right? Like that could very much be a thing. It's just, I'll tell you, the biggest issue is that it makes it more difficult to transport when people have 10 decks that they have some kind of transportation system for. So maybe this is really a call to some company out there to design a deck box that allows for a slab more easily. You know, you still get 6 or 4 in or whatever, but
you know what company, you know what game is going to make them do that is Riftbound. Because you can grade your legend. It never goes into your deck. It never goes into play. It's just an emblem that's stuff to the side.
Yeah.
Like, the market for a Riftbound deck box that has a slot for your lands, a slot for your fucking deck, a slot for your slabbed legend, like, that's a market.
Isn't that the same, like, you can do the same model for One Piece, right? Like, One Piece leaders also don't go into the deck, and they also use a separate lands deck?
That actually is what Flesh and Blood is the same thing where you have a
yeah, but Fab's the game where you can't do that because like people don't have emotional resonance to the character.
Those people spend stupid amounts of money on stuff.
Yeah, but on game pieces and basically
correct.
Else.
Yeah, it's all their yeah. Because they Fab did a thing where they they partnered with a grading company from one of their big players that was running it, so that the promo cards they gave out came graded. Like,
God, I wish
Magic tried that for the what was it? Everyone got like a Throne of Eldraine comment or something like that. I forget what it was.
I just mean that's how deep they were into the collect. They knew that people were just going to turn they're just printing money for their people because that's how they wanted people to play their game. You know, that was their marketing strategy.
The actual answer was that Flesh and Blood was going to die if they didn't become collectible very quickly.
Correct. Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like they had a plan to get a foothold in the market. I just don't think that they can grow very well from here.
They're getting absolutely blown out of the water by fucking everybody who's entering the market right now. Like even One Piece, which as far as I can tell is losing a lot of steam, is still just like crushing so many of these other small games.
I agree, and I think Riftbound is going to have the backing to kill them all. Now, I don't know anything about the international status of any of these games, but I'm with you on that.
Actually, to talk about that, I don't know if this is podcastable, but I was looking on eBay at Riftbound cards, and for the same price as a playset of a single card in English, the card Kaisa Survivor, for the price of 3 copies of Kaisa Survivor, I could get 4 full Tier 1 decks in Chinese.
Huh.
And you can play with Chinese cards in the US if your whole deck is Chinese. And I'm like,
get into this. I really want to play this game.
You got to play the game, Corbin. It's so good.
I heard, is Teemo out, or is Teemo coming in set 2?
Teemo was in set 1. It's
Teemo's my shit. I love Teemo. Or Fizz. Was Fizz coming out?
There's a Fizz card in set 2, but there's no Fizz leader yet.
Okay. That'll get me into the game.
Yeah.
Why?
The Fizz
because
card
League of Legends is a life. Oh. I say, why would this get me into the game? Because League of Legends is a lifestyle brand.
Mm-hmm. As someone who's
Corbin's
never played League of
personal
Legends,
brand is just being the annoying character.
Is that how we
Fizz
look
main,
at it?
100%. Just be the annoying guy.
I like to kill people.
And then Socratic method people when they ask why you're being this way.
That is so Corbin.
Why are you asking me about why
are
I'm
you so
this
mad?
way?
Debate me on the field of the rift while I eat out of your ult over and over. Debate me.
When I play Brand, I play Zombie Brand, and whenever anyone dies from Zombie Brand, I hit them with an all chat line about death. Because I'm a
line
zombie.
about death? What?
Like the flame burns brightest after it's spent. just pure troll lines that don't even make a ton of sense or whatever out of Brand. It's great. Or if like a Teemo shroom kills someone, so I kill him from the grave or whatever, it'll be like, the dead mushroom is the deadliest. Like, just you got to have a good natured trolling.
Corbin
to go
only
with
plays when he's high. That's how you can.
That's definitely true. League of Legends is such a good lifestyle brand that I have never touched any of it before Riftbound, and I have favorite Glupshitos now.
Yes, and then you could play. Look, I don't even play League, to be honest. I play TFT like these days. Like I play like ARAM once or twice a month. Maybe but I play a lot of TFT,
Corbin.
But it's all still just League of Legends. Just like playing Commander is still Magic. Just like Universes Beyond is still Magic, or whatever you want to call it. Like
Corbin, you know who Zoe is, right? In the game.
Yeah.
You know what you get like mastery points for a champion or whatever?
Uh-huh.
When I played League, I had my mastery emote bound to my R button.
Okay.
And Zoe's R has a 5-second cooldown, compared to like every other character who's like 2 minutes or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So every time I would just portal jump around the map, just spamming my mastery to show that I'm very good at the character. And because it happens so much, I would just forget that it's there. I don't see it anymore.
Yeah,
but like once every like 4 or 5 games, I'd get that all caps message of like, stop fucking spamming your goddamn.
It's fun, right? That's good trolling. The other trolling I like to do is after I die in a team fight, I like to type my life for hire. And that really, really just makes people do DJ's face right there.
Because they don't understand it. What?
A famous line, one of the most famous lines from StarCraft is my life for Ire, the planet of the Protoss. It's like a very famous line. So anyone who played StarCraft at all, right, gets it, right? Like, they say, because when a zealot would die, when the base unit would die in the game, it would go, my life for Ire.
How many people, what percentage do you think gets that joke when you throw it out there?
There's 9 other people in every game. So what percentage of people playing League of Legends do you think played StarCraft?
30% of them are all muted, Corbin. Like, you can't judge based on...
No, the point is, it doesn't matter if they don't get it. But occasionally someone will go, wait, that's not the line. And then you just have trolled successfully. That's
what
all.
I'm learning
Harmless
from
trolls.
From this podcast, rather, what I'm learning from this is that Corbin is really bad at trolling.
No, I like wholesome trolling. It's like when the guy goes to the baseball
Corbin's
games.
trolling is an interflow error where he's so bad that it's good. Like
it's like when the guy goes to the baseball games and he yells to the person in the background. He goes, "Hey, I bet you've never danced in the rain, you bum." Or like, "Hey, I bet you double park sometimes, you bum."
So you bum is a really important part of this.
Oh, the actual way they do it is it's one guy who does very funny like 2-line trolls, and then 2 guys who go with him, and he's very big on TikTok, and he'll yell, like whatever some of the a line from a song or just like something really benign, right? He goes, "I bet you double dip, you," and then his buddy's chumming, "You bum." And it makes everyone in their section bust out laughing. It makes for good TikToks. MLB gets good promotion out of it. It is wholesome heckling, and that's what I'm here for.
Corbin, you've never been more unk than you are right now. And like, it's no value judgment on that. You're just this is such a dad thing to explain. Be like, okay, so it's called wholesome heckling, okay, kiddos?
I know, it's so fun.
One of the things I respect about you, Corbin, is how you are so authentically you no matter what anyone says or thinks.
Can you put your ball cap on backwards and sit on the chair like this, please, for me? Just like
my Dodgers cap is in the other room. I'm sorry.
Just sit on the chair backwards. That's all I want. Just like...
Oh, man. Anyway, so we need more of that in Magic, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm also saying it's time for Breaking Bulk.
Breaking Bulk time.
Let's break some bulk.
I've got one that's going to make Corbin feel like he's a double dipper.
Okay.
Yo, bum.
I am a double
Yo, Tom.
dipper. See, it's good.
I have an Ice Age rare that is white.
Age counters.
It does have cumulative upkeep. You're close. You're closer than your usual guess. What commanders is this played in? Let me check.
Is this like... It's not Glaciers. That card's blue, right?
It's not Glacier.
Iceberg.
It's... No.
Okay.
It's not Glacier. It's not Iceberg. It's not Tip of the Iceberg. It's not the Titanic. It's not...
Well, you see, Tip of the Iceberg is not a card, DJ, but Iceberg is, and it's from Ice
Blue
Age.
Enchantment.
Yeah.
You said it's from Ice Age prop.
Tip of the Iceberg is from the Titanic Universes Beyond.
I made that joke already.
Oh, shit. That was a good joke.
The JCU, the James Cameron universes.
It includes Avatar.
Yeah, we got the Na'vi fighting with like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh well, they had that water one, right? They had wet Avatar.
Yeah. So as an aside, the Avatar movies from James Cameron are Jake Sully going and mastering all 4 elements. He's got water and fire already. He started with air, I guess. He's the sky people.
Those
it's fine.
If that Avatar gets a Universes Beyond, it'll be the most cultural relevance that show's ever had.
The first one did make $2 billion, which is crazy to me. We're stalling so that Corbin can look up DJ's Breaking Bulk, by the way.
No, I'm just looking up something else. I feel vindicated in a different card I'm looking at right now.
I'm gonna cheat,
I'll let you know in a minute.
but I'll take my L.
All right, my pick is Energy Storm.
No one knows what that is. This is a bullshit
Correct.
pick.
It is an Ice Age white enchantment. It costs 2 mana, cumulative upkeep of 1. And for those people who don't remember 9/11, cumulative upkeep means that you pay 1 mana during your next upkeep, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. So the card does not stick around for a while unless you have some shenanigans and ways to remove counters. It is a 2-mana enchantment that says damage dealt by instants, interrupts, and sorceries is reduced to 0, so no damage for instants and sorceries, especially not interrupts. Watch yourselves. And creatures with flying do not untap. Super weird card. Card market price is like $1.20. There are some buy lists out there. Cool stuff will pay you $0.25 each for some number of copies. Card Kingdom will pay you 8 cents a piece, which is the bulk rare price, but you don't get bulk rare prices on cards that don't have rare set symbols anyway, so it's a wash. So the card is still pickable. It's a weird one, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know who is playing this in Zur the Enchanter.
This
EDH
spiked...
Rick says that it is in 317 out of 3.56 million decks, so...
This spiked to $10 when Kaldheim came out. So I don't know if that helps.
It's crazy.
Or not.
I mean, it's a reserve list card, right? Like...
Yeah.
That's something.
Sure.
Interesting.
All right. I have I'm being cheeky here. Don't be rude to me. I have a Double Masters 2022 green uncommon.
Landfall.
I'm reaching into my inventory drawer just to see what the set symbol looks like.
Tireless Provisioner.
It's like...
Wait, what set did you say?
Double Masters 2022.
Double Masters.
And you said green uncommon?
Yeah.
Nature's Lore?
No.
3 visits?
No.
Recross the Paths.
No, I don't think that card's ever got a reprint.
Yeah, I was about
weird.
to say that.
I thought that might be the kind of place it might
Double
be.
Masters 2... Imperious Perfect?
No.
Is it an elf?
I think that was a rare in that set, weirdly. It is an elf.
Priest of Titania.
No, that was not in Double Masters 2022. I don't believe, at least.
Wirewood Symbiote.
That is an insect, not an elf.
No, fair enough.
Whenever you mill him with grist, you feel so smart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna claim victory. We've guessed like 20 cards.
Go ahead.
Not actually, but it's me. It's Devoted Druid.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Devoted Druid is seeing a little uptick in demand because of the new legend from Lorwyn, whose name I don't remember, the black-green elf proliferate legend. The Ultimate Masters version doesn't have buy list support yet, but is selling on direct for $3, as is the list version, and Shadowmoor foils are trending upwards also. Devoted Druid, just a rocket ship of a card. Just a great card.
Anything with -1 counters on it from that block is doing Hepatra things for sure.
This one also untaps itself, which is really relevant with the new legend.
Yeah.
Great.
I think every Magic player, as a rite of passage, learns what is it? Quill Spike Devoted Druid does.
Yep. Well,
that specific 2-card interaction is a
that was
a
a
puzzle
huge deal back in the day, man.
A thing that every player learns at one point.
Yeah,
I played
that's
a bunch
huge
of
deal back
extended
in the day.
PTQs with Fauna Shaman
Yep.
Necrotic Ooze combo.
Oh, I love me some
Hell yeah.
Necrotic Ooze.
Hell yeah, that's when I got into some competitive Magic as well.
The
All right,
phrase
I have a
extended
recent.
PTQs really dates me.
I love that time period though.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a green uncommon for March of the Machine. I don't think it's necessarily. It's not hard to guess. It might be hard to guess how much it is if you don't know.
Is it the explosive vegetation battle?
No. Invasion of Zendikar, I think
Zendikar?
that one is. I believe
Yeah.
so. But no.
I opened so much of this set, I should know this. Oh, is it the Kami of False Hope or whatever it's called?
I was thinking the
You're-
same thing, yeah.
You're there. It's Kami
Mana-
of Whispered
Mana
Hope. Kami of Whispered Hopes, yes.
Yeah, I
3 mana.
I had the card in my head. I couldn't name it.
3 mana, 1/1 mana dork. If one or more counters, +1 counters be put on creature you control, that many +1 are instead. And then tap add X mana where X is its power. It's $5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew that.
Which is
That card's
just
really good.
wild. Yeah. I mean, big card to get reprinted at some point. At which point you just pick more of them.
People like taking game actions, and they like the term +1.
Yep.
Not in terms of the counters. I mean, people like counters too, but they like doing the thing +1 more of it, whatever it is. Make an additional token, put an additional counter, draw an additional card.
Yep.
People like taking more game actions.
While I'm on the subject of March of the Machine here, I looked at a card that I called out as just absurdly broken when it was printed, and I believe I was memed on at the time for that card. And that card is now $30. Is Atali Primal Conqueror, by the way.
I don't think we memed on you about that one. That card obviously was going to be worth something. It's Blightsteel Colossus on the back, and it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's just I got memed on because of how I complained about how broken it was in Commander, about how it was going to be the next Skullstorm in my group, blah 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 blah, and here it is $30 because the card's broken in half. But I just noticed that when I was looking at this breaking bulk that Italy is spiking yet again, going past $30. So that is insane for a rare from a 2023 set.
I mean, it checks all the boxes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't comment on this card other than that I have a lot of it.
Speaking of having a lot of it, if you're someone who has a lot of something and you want to know what you can get for that and you want to maximize the value you get for that, that's what MTG Ban is for, and that's why we are partnered with them, the generous sponsor of this podcast. We are proud and happy to have them, and that is the best way for you to get all of the data on all of the cards we're talking about, because you can go check out the page there for information, for buy list information, for historical data, honestly anything you want. It is something we all use quite a bit of.
It is a collection buyer. It is a repricer for your inventory. It is a daily and weekly newspaper for greatest decrease in vendor listings, which is a very large, long mouthful of ways to say it tells you what cards are selling out before they actually move in price. Because for a card to move in price, a vendor has to put the new price up, right? Like Atali doesn't go to 30 until somebody says this card's $30 now, I'm selling it at 30. MTG Ban will tell you when the card is 20 and when those copies are selling out. So like when it's 20 and there's 800 of them, then Ban will tell you, oh, then now there's 500 at 20, now there's 400 at 20. There are still some left to get at 20. This is how many have sold this at this price. So like that is not a feature I use particularly a lot because I just buy a lot of collections. I sell a lot of collections. I'm not the armchair speculator I once was, but if you are somebody who is looking to get in on the not the ground floor, I guess the basement floor. Getting in on the ground floor is like buying when the card is spiking. Getting in on the basement floor is buying before the card spikes.
Yeah. If you really want to get in on the urban exploration floors, you know, the ones that exist below our current world, because that, just in case you don't know, you live on top of previous generations. There's tunnels underneath your city. That's the level you're getting in on.
The worst part is like he's kind of not wrong for certain cities depending on where you are.
You ever gone to like Philadelphia and looked down? It's a long way. You just be walking along the street. There'll be steam coming up through a hole. You'd be thinking you're on the sidewalk. You look down through the hole. There's 30 feet.
Sometimes people give me a criticism that I'm too mean to Corbin on the podcast. But have they considered that he does it to himself? Like, people come to me and they're just like, Liz, why are you so mean to Corbin? Why are you always harassing him? He's just trying to do his best. And it's like, well, unfortunately, he's the most bullyable boy alive.
You
ever just look down in Philadelphia?
I used to be told that I caused...
kind of on your team until you said sometimes there's just steam coming up.
Well, there is.
It's all those underground gnomes smoking.
You ever jump on the bandwagon at the worst time?
I'm just saying.
Can we get Jonathan Frakes to do a you ever look down in the city of Philadelphia?
Go check out Ban. The point of that was go check out Ban.
MTG Ban, a lot like the steam coming out of the ground in Philly.
Well, you know what else is steaming? It's Lorwyn.
You know what else is a heap of steaming crap?
But I realize it's not. It's more like it's hot because people like it. Right. Lorwyn looks cool.
You know what else is piping hot, fresh out of the oven on the windowsill with a little trail of smell coming to your nose, making you float over to it? It's Lorwyn Eclipsed spoilers.
I think this set is going to be massive because people are longing for an in-universe set. I think it helps that it's Lorwyn and it's got enough nostalgia attached to it now. Maybe not for people who, maybe not for people who were around during it, but for people who were around to hear people talk about it, who were around for it. So because Lorwyn was not considered hugely popular. I don't know about successful, but it was
printed during the Dark Ages.
Yeah,
gang. The first the last 4 years, Q1, we've had a throwback set that's very successful, right? Kamigawa, All Will Be One, Tarkir, this.
Yes.
Was there a year in between there I'm missing?
No.
OTJ was.
I don't know the
was
release dates.
Karlov Manor was the miss that I'm missing there.
Oh sure.
But first throwback set of the year, Q1 or whatever, have historically been pretty good. Even Karlov was pretty good in hindsight.
Karlov could have been a GOAT if it was on Fiora and not just Ravnica 3.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Karlov was... The concept was there. They really just, grabbed Ravnica and put it under as a crutch of, we gotta make this a thing players like. Come on. And it's if you just did an Edge of Eternities and just shot for the fences, you would have won it.
Karlov Manor was so clearly someone being all right, we got this clue tie-in, make it happen, gang. Murder mystery set. Take it away.
It's so interesting because the idea of doing sets around something like a murder mystery as opposed to yet another apocalyptical war is something I support in theory. I like the idea of having a set based around one race.
They turned it into an apocalyptic war on Ravnica, though. That was the premise of the set was we have to solve the mystery before Aurelia kills everyone. It's what? Why? Why do we have to have the cops get all mad if the mystery's not solved?
What I loved about Edge of Eternities was the story was just about just a little space twink and their cat and trying to find a big rock with a weird scary guy. That was the whole story. Everything else in the entire set and the entire plane is just vibes. It's cool space vibes. Enjoy it.
That's why original Kamigawa is good too. It's just some guy who wants to go back to his swamp. The original Kamigawa story is just Shrek.
Yeah.
Well, if you go back to Bloomborough as well, right? One of the big positive reviews of Bloomborough is that it was bright and happy as opposed to gray and sad, right? And Lorwyn, not knowing anything about the story or anything, blah blah blah, I think was going to kind of hit along the same vibes.
I think the point of Lorwyn Eclipsed is that it happens during Twilight and not sunny or darkness. It's
right,
like
I understand, but like that's why I say vibes, not like the literal time of day and the you know, like it's just we'll see, I guess, but
yeah,
you know, a lot of whimsical art kind of stuff and like characters, and
I know they typically lead on some of their best cards for spoilers like this, but god dang, the cards we have spoiled for Lorwyn Eclipsed so far are such heaters. Like both the mythic elementals we have are 10 out of 10 designs. Mutable Explorer is such a perfect Magic card. I'm sorry, but like Mutavault can never be in Standard again. We know that now. That's fine.
Yeah.
But this
That's correct.
this card is perfect.
Yep.
I agree.
It makes 2 changelings.
It's so beautiful.
All
Create
the
a
flip
blank
legends are
token
really cool.
where blank is just like some cool card from the past is just like
Also,
Transform cards look cool.
Bitterbloom Bearer, awesome.
Yup.
Like this set clearly has a lot of love and care put into it, and I think they knew that going back to Lorwyn, they had to nail it.
There's a certain guy in our Discord who's gonna go crazy over Bitterbloom Bear. He just shits himself every time they print a black card that makes a token every turn. Dude loses his mind. He goes in the Discord all the time and he's like, is this card the next $30 Bitter Blossom? It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a black card that makes a token, dude just cannot control himself.
I'm happy for that guy. That's a good way to live your life. Being excited about things is sweet.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/BSB if you're excited about this podcast and want to join the Discord or support the show for as little as $1 a month, which means 20 or 25 cents an episode, as they say.
It still blows my mind people listen to this.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's because
the cost of Brainstorm Brewery has not gone up with inflation in the past like 5 years. So really, we should like that pitch, the 20 or 25 cents an episode pitch, has been around since like what 2018, 2019. We should be saying like what is that, 10 or 12 cents an episode now? Like with inflation, like that's what you're really paying.
True.
If you want to break it down, you're paying like 10 cents in $2010, something like that.
Well, that's basically going to be the price of these new Shocklands, right? These double-sided Shocklands that are destroying the value of every other Shockland I've ever owned that was expensive. What do you think these are guys, like, what do we actually, having not looked at pre-sale prices, how expensive, like, what level of demand do we think there is for another version of Expeditions?
Well, let's take a look at Breeding Pool. Not Pokemon. Defilter that. I mean, Breeding Pool's $8 still, right? Like, standard demand is going to keep the price on these pretty stable, I think, from where they are right now.
That's right. What I mean is what do we think about like these you know, the crazy double-sided Blood Crypts?
We got Expeditions in Edge of Eternities. We got Expeditions in Infinity.
That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
It's just another one, man.
I mean, the actual answer is that I think the idea is that, you know, you increase the number of cool Shocklands in existence, but if the player base is growing commensurately, it's probably fine. That's sort of the calculus I think they're feeling.
That's where I'm at.
It's like every single person who comes in through Marvel and wants to build their Doctor Doom deck or whatever. I don't know what color Doctor Doom is. Maybe he's mono black.
Sure.
They need to get Shocklands for their new Marvel deck. They need to get Shocklands for their Star Trek decks. They need to get Shocklands for their Avatar, the James Cameron version decks.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm all of which is to say I'm very interested to see where the price on these goes because they are objectively very cool.
Yeah.
Objectively.
Anybody who says they aren't cool is a hater. And I do love hating, so maybe they're right. But also
well, that's the first bit of 2026. After that, we're going to be into more Marvel sets. That's going to be a whole discourse when we get there after Spider-Man.
Is that the set where we can get reprinted versions of the OG Secret Lairs?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember what their ruling was. I remember somebody said, yes, these cards will get reprinted. Specifically referring to like Storm and Iron Man and Captain America, and those Secret Lairs are very expensive now. So knowing when to get out of those or when to hold them seems like it should be important.
It feels like Marvel Superheroes is the place they could do that. They could also just do a direct to store Universes Within thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really could go either way.
We've seen very recently with Stranger Things that the sealed Stranger Things secret lair can be like $200 and people won't blink at it. Like, the concept of a several $100 secret lair that is specifically just for a product, a franchise, is not new. And so, like, do we have original Marvel secret lairs as our picks of the week? Is this like a... It feels like this goes in one direction or the other, not just staying where it is now.
That's a great question. And, I think that leads me to where we got to go next on this podcast, which is our picks of the week.
Pick of the week, pick of the week, pick of the week. Time for the pick of the week.
Where we can talk
Picks
about
of the
things like
week.
this. Look to the future,
I'm looking to the future with mine. Also kind of to the present because it's starting to move already, but it's just going to get more expensive. So this is your last call on the Scorpion God from Hour of Devastation. It has those magical words, -1/-1 counter on it. In this case, it's a 5-mana 6/5 God. Whenever a creature with a -1 counter on it dies, draw a card. For 3 mana, you can put a -1 counter on a creature. And when your Scorpion God dies, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. I have a buddy who has this as a commander. It's like kind of dated in 2025/almost 2026, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. And right now the price is spiking from $1 to about $3. And it's just going to keep going. It's going to hit $10 by the time Lorwyn comes out. So get in on the Mythic from the Hour of Devastation.
I was so high on this card when it first came out, and I can't remember why. I thought this card was the bee's knees when I saw the preview, and then I don't know why I thought it was good.
It was a 6/5 recursive threat.
Yeah, but the Scarab God was right there next to it. They were.
Well, the Scarab God, that was a card for sure. What do you got, DJ?
My pick of the week is also roughly $1.50 and trending upwards fast. This card was originally printed in Strixhaven, School of Mages. It got a reprint in Commander Masters, which kind of counts as a reprint. And then it was in Commander Thunder Junction and Dragonstorm Tarkir Commander, which also kind of count as reprints. And that was in the list, which also kind of counts as a reprint. So you might
add
look
those
at
up
this
to a
card
reprint,
and be like, oh, this card's got a lot of reprints. But Storm Kiln Artist is a 4-mana 2/2 dwarf that gets +1 for each artifact you control, which doesn't matter on the card and is basically never relevant unless you're doing some weird alter dimension shenanigans or something. But what matters is whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, you create an untapped treasure token. So any sort of stormy nonsense, any sort of instant spells slinging things you're doing with, is it just cast a bunch of cards and play by yourself for 10 minutes. Stormkiln Artist is, I think, going to be the next sort of Kami of Whispered Hopes, where you're like, that's a $7 uncommon? Since when? Since right now it's like $1.50, and it's been trending up to $2 in the past couple weeks, which I found via mtgban.com. I looked at the greatest vendor listings, and I was like, Stormkiln Artist. Oh, I also noticed my stock of this card was dwindling, and then I checked MTG Ban based on the fact that I had sold like 2 dozen of these in the past week, and then I was like, oh, everyone else is selling these in the past week, and then I saw the little graph on the CK Biolist on the retail side of things that said this card has slowly gone up from like $1 to $2 in the past like 4 months, and I think it will be 5 to 7 in the next year if it is kept unchecked.
There you go. All right, Cass, you get to finish it off this week. What are you looking at?
I have a modern card of all things, Ral Monsoon Mage.
Oh,
this guy's really cheap now, isn't he?
He's really cheap. Well, so maybe not for long. Market price of $3.75, TCG low of $2, and a Card Kingdom buy list of $3.95. Double low and over market.
Good number.
Ruby Storm has been trending upwards in Modern. Obviously, we're not in Modern season right now, but the deck is really busted, and
this card
is so cheap.
Super hard after it came out in the summer. Everyone thought Ruby Storm was the new thing. This card
Channel Fireball played it at the PT and it did not do well.
Also notably, foils of them also have direct listings that are well above their TCG low price that are selling. Like, Ral's a CEDH card also. Like,
I was just going to say that. That was going to be my next contribution to the conversation was going to be Ral is also a CEDH card.
This is a card that sees legacy play, even in like the weird bonus round decks. It's not often you have a creature that is this cheap, legendary, and enables broken things specifically in the storm space. And so I am very bullish on Ral Monsoon Mage, especially at under like $4 a card.
All it takes is one weekend of the deck popping off for it to hit 10. instantly overnight as a mythic for Modern Horizons 3. Yeah.
Yep.
That Pro Tour, by the way, that of course ended up being the Nadu Pro Tour, but it does have a good story of why Channel Fireball played the deck. In the testing house, John Finkel was playing Storm, and no one could beat him with anything they played. So they were like, okay. So they went to the Pro Tour, and everyone beat him with everything they played. Except you can't beat John Finkel playing Storm. It wasn't that it was a good deck. It's that they were playing John Finkel playing Storm, and it baited all of them into flaming out at that tournament. So, nice historical moment of magic there for the boomers among us.
I love a good John Finkel testing house story.
John Finkel testing house is paid for my college education, quite literally. Like,
It's true.
that was
That's
where
funny.
they got the idea to have a Gamers Helping Gamers scholarship fund that I applied to like 14 years ago.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I always forget that you're a Magic Finance Nepo baby.
That's true. That's true. We gave him his first job in Magic. Oh, man. Well, everybody, on that note, we appreciate you sticking with us through 2025 and the previous 13 years or whatever, and we're looking forward to 2026. So you can go check out MTG Ban. You can also go to patreon.com/BSB and support this show directly. Both are appreciated. Both are helpful to you, and we look forward to
Like
seeing
and
you
subscribe
perhaps in
too.
the
Those are the
Discord.
free ones. You want the free option? You want the freemium internet slop option? Like and subscribe.
Finger blast the bell icon, as Jason would say. See you all next year on Brainstorm Brewery.